right, we're
back.
here.
And we are live. Yo, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy AJ, and this is Hip Hop Vibes, the podcast. Got a special guest in the house today. My boy Spence.
Hey, we back. We made it back.
Our first time live. So,
First time, right? This is my first time live on here. Yeah.
Right.
Can we cuss?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Okay. Fuck yes.
Please, be yourself.
Bet.
We're live on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
With it.
Real quick, go ahead, introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, what you do, all that good stuff.
All right, blessings. So my name is Spence. The handle is Spence Start. That's my brand that I'm building, that I've been building for about a year or so now. I am from Baltimore, Maryland. If you can hear it in the accent, I try not to be too thick with that accent. But I would call myself a hip hop head. I've been in the trenches of this thing since Jay-Z dropped, what is that? Blueprint. That's when I fell in love with hip hop. That's that 2001. That's when, like, I would listen to hip hop prior to that, but it wasn't until I listened to that specific album that I was like, oh, this is like a thing. This is really what I'm really into. So since then, I think that gives me 21 years in the game of like hardcore listening, like crate digging and diving and everything along those lines. So I'm a student of the art, and what I do professionally is going to be a surprise to you, AJ. So I recently put in my 2 weeks at my job.
I did see that on Facebook, actually.
Okay, good.
Congrats on that, man.
Thank you. So this is actually going to be my first interview going into the new career path for myself as a marketing and communications manager at an art gallery here in Baltimore City. So I'm very, very, very excited about this. So that's me. That's Spence Start.
Oh, that's lit. And congrats on that, by the way.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
That post definitely motivated me. I'm like,
man, don't stop. Don't ever stop. Like, why would I stop?
Right.
What's that shit? Was that Big Shine? Why would I stop? Bitch, I'm unstoppable.
Yeah, it's been plenty of times finding this like, damn, maybe I should get a real job.
I mean, I'm like, nah. My perception of real is what's authentic to you. You know what I mean? So as long as you are handling your shit as a man, that is like the thing for me. Like I would never want to put myself in a predicament where I can't do the things that I view a man should be able to do. So at the end of the day, as long as I'm handling my responsibilities, I feel like I'm real. You know what I mean?
True. All right. Well, since this is our first time live, we might have some new listeners, new watchers.
Bet.
Let me introduce myself real quick.
Yeah.
Name is AJ. I'm the co-host of Hip Hop Vibes, the podcast. My other co-host, Nick Neighbors, fortunately couldn't be here. He was a little under the weather. So we want to wish him the best, a speedy recovery.
Blessings to Nick, man. Get well.
Definitely. I'm a host of Hip Hop Vibes Radio, which you can listen every Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. RadioFairfax.org. I'm thinking about switching days to Friday, actually. Since I just started this new job, this new position, so I might switch it to Fridays. So it'll be better to manage.
Hey, bro. I tune in regardless.
Oh yeah, facts.
What is it? The 420 set that you just did. I was at this job like, yeah, it's about that time. Like they came in, it was like, what are you listening to? I was like, hip hop vibes. It sounds like marijuana music. It is.
And
you want to ask me a question?
Like, what are they gonna do? Drug test you?
Exactly. You were saying?
Put in my 2 weeks to get the shit. But yeah, damn. What else I do? Mixing and mastering. That's what I do. A little bit of photography here and there. Some voice acting here and there. I mean, hear the voice.
Clearly. You can hear. You see it. That's a big flex. Look, you see the voice.
Yeah. What else? I actually just started like streaming live, like on like Twitch, like
Okay.
gaming stuff.
Like it.
Like there's some Pokemon stuff here and there, so I just started doing that. Do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I need to just like stick to one and then make that pop, and then
Listen, in my personal opinion,
it's all over the place.
I throw a bunch of things at the wall, and whatever sticks is like, I am this. I can do this. So I got my comedy bag, I got my conscious bag, music bag, obviously. And now I'm adding marketing into the mix because little did I know, all of these things I've been doing all along led me naturally to marketing. So I say do all the things. Do all the things that you have a capacity to do, and naturally, what you do best is going to shine.
Facts. Wise words from Spence.
But I'm here.
All right. So whenever we have new guests on the show, we would like them to give us their top 5 favorite hip hop artists of all time. Favorites doesn't have to be the best, just your favorites.
Okay, my
Take your
favorites.
time.
I know. I like they. As soon as you told me before this, the top 5, it just came blaring through, and like I revise my list every 2 years. So I had a running list in 2017. I did one in 2019, and then thankfully I just re-upped it in 2021. So I feel very prepared to answer this question.
Okay.
All right, so number 5, and this was a big shock to me. This was a big surprise to me, but I've been watching his development since 2017. Tyler the Creator is definitely in the top 5 for me. Like sitting at number 5, and I can see him easily moving his way up the ranks. Who he dethroned at one point in time, it was Childish Gambino. I rock with. I like his projects a lot. It's just he hasn't released anything recently, like since 2020, and that was cool. Like I love that project, but Tyler has been evolving consistently, and he's been evolving in a manner that really connects with me. Like, in the sense of him finding himself, and the sense of him developing, and his like, especially on this latest joint, "Call Me If You Get Lost." Like before he won the Grammy for it, I was like, if these motherfuckers don't give him the Grammy, they stupid, yo. Like they stupid. Right. Like it was written on the wall. I was like, this is his. Like, no, like I'm not gonna say no competition because he was going up against Cole, who we're talking about tonight. But he's easily in the top 5.
I seen him in concert too. He did his thing.
I can believe it.
My man had a whole boat, and he rode a boat.
I feel that. So, number 4, and this is just kind of like a mandate because I'm a kid from the 90s, and I grew up in the midst of like the great big hip hop beef. Biggie, number 4 for me, easily number 4. At one point in time, he was number 1. And throughout the years, as I kind of developed my own palette for what I enjoy, what I like, I feel like Biggie's always going to be in the top 5, primarily because he didn't write any of his rhymes, and he is an amazing storyteller. Like,
that's facts.
Before finding the Blueprint, I would listen to what is that? Life After Death all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, and just hearing the song "Niggas Bleed." And like just hearing like the imagery and hearing like the ad libs and everything in the background, it was like I was watching a fucking movie, dog. And that's really what I look for when I'm listening to these artists. So Biggie's always going to have a special place on that list, in spite of some of the wild, reckless shit that he was saying. We don't even have to make
I knew you were going to bring that up.
But the wild shit that Biggie was saying. I was like, wait, what the fuck? What? No. I've never been in love with someone that much.
Right.
So yeah. To balance out the list, I would put J. Cole right at number 3. J. Cole is going to be right at number 3 for me. Matter of fact, I'm going to break the rules here a little bit. Number 3 for me is Drake. I put Drizzy Drake at number 3. And the reason being is I feel like he gets respect across the board from everybody, whether it's like your old school artists, like they pay homage to Drake because they understand specifically the stance that he is. Lyrically, he gets respect, even though there was that whole ghostwriting debacle and everything like that. Prior to that, motherfuckers wasn't testing his pen. And then in terms of relevancy, the way he can kind of reinvent himself, I can really appreciate that about Drake. And he always seems to put something on his projects that I can connect with. And that's a rare thing to be able to do as you grow and as you age. So I can appreciate that about him. Number 2 is a tie. And this is why I said I was going to break the rules. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole is a tie for me. They both provide so much to my generation, to the people that are in their 30s, that are growing with rap and seeing where it's growing into. They both provide a very unique lane for me, and it's a lane in which has really helped me inform to make like the best decisions for myself. Like, To Pimp a Butterfly is my favorite album all time. And when I listened to that album, it really gave me a lot of the fuel that I needed, or the focus that I needed to kind of put certain things in motion that I'm doing right now in my life. Like, he said that he made that album to inspire Black leaders to go back into their communities and actually lead, like mentor and do these things. So what I currently do now is there's a nonviolent organization here in Baltimore called Safe Streets. And the one that's, I guess, the most successful is the one that I participate in. And they just went 1 year in 2021. They just went an entire year with no homicides in their area, which is unheard of in this area. So it's important to be able to identify with artists that see that need and then can articulate that need on a macro level. You know what I mean? So I can always appreciate about both of them, because Forest Hills Drive, I feel like that changed my life. To Pimp a Butterfly, easily. I feel like I went too long. So number 1 favorite rapper of all time is Jay-Z. And that, I don't even need to explain that. We all know why. Like, anyone that says Jay-Z is not the best rapper, just fuck my face. Just fuck my face. Right, I'm done. I'm done. I don't need to discuss this anymore.
Spoken like a true East Coast nigga.
Hey, I mean, I live this life. I'm cool with that.
My top five is like very old school. Well, not super old school, but like 90s. And my list is subject to change within the next couple years, based off since these are older artists.
All right.
Number 5.
Dogman. Fair enough. Fair enough. I can live with that. Yeah.
Like, DMX is probably like one of the realest rappers in the game, for real. Like, he was
absolutely
really about that life. He
lived that life.
He lived that life. Right? And anytime you see an interview with him, he was really like spitting some real shit.
Mm-hmm. And that's that authenticity that I feel is going to speak through for generations to come. Like, when it's time for me to teach my son about hip hop, DMX is definitely going to be in the discussion. It's like, you remember when I was telling you about real niggas? Okay, this is a real nigga. This is a real. He'll cry, but you won't judge him. He'll cry, but you won't judge him.
I mean, robbing niggas with dogs, not guns, dogs.
Bruh. Mm. All right, so number 4. Who you for?
All right, number 4 for me, Eminem.
That's fair.
Eminem.
I can't get mad at that.
You're right, and that's most of these because, like, when I first got into hip hop, when I first started listening to hip hop, that was around like 01, 02. Who was popping back then? Eminem, Luda, Nelly, Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying?
DMX.
Like, DMX, exactly. Those like the main heavy hitters of that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's also the when fucking Eminem shit came out. Arguably his
fair. 2002, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Wild Time.
Yeah,
Wow,
arguably his best album. Definitely my favorite Eminem album.
I can live with that.
Number 3, Nas.
Respectable. Very
Like I know you
respectable.
Jay-Z niggas, I'm like, hey, I got through Nas.
Hey, listen. I feel like we collectively we all held our heads the first time we heard Ether. Like I remember bugging, like I remember being in the back of my mom's car, like, no. Like, what was it? Y'all niggas deal with emotions like bitches. I was just like, oh no, not like this. Yeah.
As soon as you hear the Pac sample, fuck Jay-Z. I was like,
dog.
I know talking. You
what?
You what?
Get on my dick. Like, yeesh.
And that beat was hard. That beat was hard.
Man, listen. All right. And you know what? Stick a pin in that. What you just said, that was a classic beat. When we start talking about this fucking mixtape, I want to like just stick a pin in it. Because I have some thoughts about classic beats.
Okay. I think I know where you're going with that one too. Yeah, I had the same reaction. I was like, wait a minute. And I was at work too. I'm like, hold on, pause this. I'll be back.
Like, who cleared this for you? I don't think we cleared this for you. All right.
Number 2, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
As a group, I can see. Yes. I can respect that. Do you know them? Do you know what they were saying in Crossroads? Like, do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I do now. Back then, nah.
Like to this day, I was like, Miss Uncle Charles, y'all.
Right.
Oh.
I feel sorry for anybody named Charles.
Damn, Charles. And that's weird for so many reasons. It was that Charlie Murphy, the Juggernaut shit, Charles. Like, yeah. Shut the fuck up, Charles.
Shut the fuck up, Charles. You fucking with my helmet.
Oh man.
They're like my favorite. They're my favorite group. My favorite rap group. So right around like 8th grade, that's when I started getting heavy into like West Coast music, the West Coast sound of music, and then Bone Thugs was one of those people that were one of those groups that I stumbled upon, and I'm like, oh, these niggas is fire.
Yeah,
this is fire, and then I just became a fan after that.
There you go.
I still want to see them live, but I need all of them to be there.
Yeah, there's that.
Like when I see Wu-Tang Clan, all of them were there. Everybody.
That's a lot of motherfuckers.
Even ODB Son. Yeah.
Damn.
Exactly.
That's a lot of motherfuckers. That's a lot of motherfuckers. Yeah.
They were smooth like 20 deep on stage. And then number 1,
Pac.
My boy Tupac.
I know it. As soon as you said West Coast, I was like, all right, I know where this is going.
Exactly.
Y'all motherfuckers love Tupac.
And not just as him as an artist, but just like him as just like activist, poet, and this all the things he did in the community, all his interviews, like you could tell he was very idealistic.
Quixotic. I would go as far to call that man quixotic, because it's like, bro, you have some wild ambitions here. I respect them. Don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
But wow.
And this is how the world should be, but you know, realistically,
that shit not gonna happen.
But
yeah, I respect you, bro.
Ambitious, very what's the word I'm looking for? He's just very passionate about everything, whether it's hip hop, his community, and all that stuff.
I guess the one criticism, or not even gonna say criticism. The one thing that's always left me very conflicted about Tupac is there's a bit of duality to him, because he was extraordinarily and is extraordinarily impactful on the culture, but in some instances, it's like you used your platform to kind of contradict yourself. And like, if you're gonna be a gangbanger, bro, like be a gangbanger, but don't be the dude that's like keep your head up, and then the very next song is like hit him up. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand, bro. Like,
it was very diverse.
I mean, bipolar even. Hello, man. Who am I? I mean, I just got opinions and thoughts.
He's Gemini. I believe he's Gemini, ain't he? So
Gemini? That's crazy. Gemini,
that's Gemini, ain't it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's like in the thick of it.
I mean, he's not perfect. He was still young. Like, he died when he was like, what, 25?
20, yeah. So,
yeah, so he was still mad young.
That's fair. Yeah. I'm looking at this through the optics of, like, what, a 34-year-old? So.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. Speaking of the pot, have you listened to All Eyes on Me yet?
Yeah, that's right. I'm listening. Like, I'm growing. I'm growing to like him more. But remember, growing up in the midst, like in the thick of the war, the East Coast, West Coast war, I never gave him the time. I never gave him his appropriate time. Now I'm circling back and be like, oh, okay, you were okay. You did things.
Yeah, I was young as shit during that time.
Yeah, I was 10, bro. I was 10 when that shit, like, I was like, we're supposed to hate the West Coast? Okay. I don't know why, but sure.
Because when he passed, I was like 6 years old. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to watch Power Rangers, man.
Exactly. Who died? All right, whatever. Man,
I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this. I had to backtrack and go back and listen to the whole East Coast, West Coast, and I'm like, oh damn. I'm like, the East Coast ain't got no love for Dr. Dre.
Snoop Dogg. Anyway, we had.
Y'all don't love us,
man.
But yeah, those are my top 5. Oh,
respectable.
Definitely gonna need that vinyl back since Snoop Dogg pulled everything. Oh, he pulled all the Death Row stuff off of streaming.
Why did he do that? Like, what was that about? What's your plan, Snoop?
No, so apparently he's gonna make it like a Death Row app, and then he's gonna put all like the Death Row stuff on there. That's why he pulled everything off. Exactly. That's what I said.
Okay.
That's what I said.
I mean, he's got the platform to do it.
Yeah.
It's like you're Snoop Dogg. So what else are we gonna do? All right, it's gonna go buy the whole Death Row app to listen to one song. I just wanted to listen to Keep Your Head Up.
Cause like my Amazon Music playlist, like literally half my playlist is all Death Row music.
So that's gone too.
All of it's gone. Ain't no Doggy Style, ain't no Chronic. All Eyes on Me, the Machiavelli album, Dog Pound. Like, come on, bro.
This is the shit with the streaming services, bro.
That's
like,
I hate streaming so much.
This is the shit with the streaming services. Bro. Like, this is why we need vitals. Okay, what happens when the cloud breaks? Okay, what happens? I don't want to get into a fringe discussion. It's something I've thought about for a very long time.
That's what I'm like, I'm gonna need this vinyl back though, probably.
Yeah, no, next vinyl swap, we got it.
Oh yeah. We definitely got to do that again for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. So to go into our actual topic, we're going to go over Dreamville's new mixtape D-Day.
With it.
It came out, I think about a month ago now.
Was it a month?
Oh, almost a month. No, maybe like 3 weeks ago.
Let's check the source material here. 2022. It came out April 1st, 2022.
Almost a month.
Yeah.
Close enough.
It is. It's pretty close. Yeah. That's the artwork. Yeah. Like it.
And the album art is fire.
Not gonna act like it isn't. And the fact that you got DJ Drama to do it, especially after riding the wave of Tyler the Creator's joint, I'm like, you know what, DJ Drama, you're good in my book right now. Like, you did Childish Gambino shit. What is that? The Stone Mountain mixtape a few years back. I was like, yo, you Gangsta Grills, okay? I rock with it, bro. Let's do it.
Gangsta Grills, you bastards. All right.
So a
Get your
general
things up. What's
consensus,
up?
right? What overall? Let me not hijack it. You asked me the questions. I'm sorry, because I'll get into this shit and just start asking
Yeah,
questions.
no, yeah, yeah. So first off, what would we say your top three favorite tracks are from the mixtape? If you had to just pick three, or five be easier.
No, I would go with three.
Okay.
Um, right off the back, um, let's see, Ballin' in Newport.
Mm.
I fuck with that shit heavy. Um, I feel like the truth is shining through me right now. Coming Down by Ari Lennox.
Mm.
What is this shit with 2 Chainz? What is this?
Cut that shit up, Quay. Lifestyle? No, not lifestyle. Ghetto God.
No, I think that's Barry from Simpson. Nah, it was the one with Earth Gang and 2 Chainz on there.
Ghetto God.
Nah, that wasn't that one.
That one.
Nah. So it must be the one with Josie Flows. Josie Flows.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll fuck with this shit. Those are my three. How about you? What do you think?
My three. What was that joint called? Yeah, Ballin' in Newport.
Mm.
Hair Salon.
Mm.
More so because of G Rico. He's a West Coast rapper. You know how I
Okay.
do West Coast music, so.
Oh, he signed to Good Music?
No. I'm just saying he was a West Coast artist.
Oh, all right.
That I discovered like a couple years ago. So I was happy to see him on there, and then I ain't gonna hold you. I like Stick. I did like Stick. I'm not even gonna hold you. Now Jay Chris, he did not need to do a verse. He could have just stuck with the fucking hook, and that was it. I ain't need him to do a verse. But J Cole, I'm mainly there for J Cole's verse.
Bro, okay. Can we talk about it? In my personal opinion, J. Cole saved that song. The last verse, I'm happy that it was him at the end, but I'm also pissed that I have to wait until the end to hear it. Because on the last Dreamville tape that they did, I think it was Revenge of the Dreamers 3.
Yeah.
There's a song on there where they're talking about smoking. It was like, pull up and give me the drink up, we get fucked up, roll up and give me the drink up. You know that song?
On it?
I think it's got Earth Gang, Buddy. It's like a slew of them on there.
Yeah.
My biggest grievance with that song is as soon as the flows started getting good, it would just cut out and motherfuckers would just be talking and doing skit like shit. And it's like, what the fuck is happening with this song? When I listen to Stick, there's too much shit happening in it. Like, and I know trap songs, I know trap music well enough, but y'all motherfuckers like this, y'all went like with all the gunshots and the ad libs, and even Jid, like he has like a whole part on there where it's like a guy that just starts talking outside of the beat, and then the beat comes back in on the wrong beat. I'm like, what the fuck is happening to this?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, if this trap music, I can't even bump to this shit. Like, and they get like the flow or the cadence that you're using over this choppy ass beat. Sheck West screaming in the back. Like, yo, all right. I'm over this shit. I clearly am the only person that feels like this. Because anyone else that I talk to about this, they're like, yo, Stick is the shit, bro. I'm like, all right. All right. Well, you enjoy it.
Like, I enjoyed it for what it was because I knew what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like a mosh pit type song, basically. Something you play, like, at the concert. Because I'm pretty sure they played this shit at fucking Dreamville.
At Dreamville, absolutely.
And I'm pretty sure that shit was lit as fuck.
I think that's the reason why it didn't capture me the right way. I'm listening to this shit on my way to go pick my son up. So I'm like, all right, okay. Like if I'm in the middle of a mosh pit, I'm not gonna give a fuck about like the lyrics.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It took me a minute to get different types of songs. Like when Waka Flocka first came out, like I would never listen to Waka Flocka just like regularly driving. But if I'm at a party or at a club type shit, oh yeah, I'm pumping that nigga happy all fucking day.
That's fair. That's fair.
Some shit like that.
You gotta know your vibe. So maybe if that shit play at like a house party or some shit like that, or you know, if I see like if maybe somebody would pick it up on TikTok beating somebody's ass, I'm like stick. I don't know, man.
That's facts. Now, how we should compare this? How would you like rank this to compare to like their other past like compilation albums, especially more specifically the last one?
I like the last one better. I like Revenge of the Dreamers 3 better. And this isn't to say, let me just preface this with saying, generally, I hate compilation albums. Label compilation albums. I generally hate them. The Dynasty, that was like a collective album. Didn't really like it. The Black Panther soundtrack, didn't really like it. It's like labels have their flagship artists, and they have their flagship artists for a reason, because they're the ones that have like a lot of appeal. You know what I mean? And a lot of the talent, in my personal opinion. It's not to say that anyone signed to a label doesn't have talent. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, what I feel that happens often with compilation albums is they try to force things on you. Like they try to force certain artists on you that you don't really like. So it's like, all right, well, let me listen to this song because I know J. Cole's on here and he's trying to help this artist out. So
I can see that.
Let me just hear it. It's like, oh, okay, it happened. Great. And then the Cole verse ain't even really that long. So it's like, oh, fuck, I just listened to this for nothing. All right. I did it. And at the end of the day, it's not that it's bad. It's just not for me, per se. And if I had to pick between Revenge of the Dreamers 3 and this, I would easily pick Revenge of the Dreamers 3. And the thing that I really enjoyed about Revenge of the Dreamers 3 is there were a lot of Easter eggs on that album. Like, motherfuckers don't even know Kendrick Lamar was on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's...
Sun, right?
Huh?
Under the Sun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember hearing it the first time. I was like, is that Kendrick?
Right.
I know that motherfucker's voice. Yeah. I wrote it off. Okay. You know what I mean? And then I appreciated the way that it was the what is it? The intention behind it. I like what they tried to do. You know, they had this big ass studio session. They had all these producers in there, and it was like a free fall for beats. It was a free fall for beats. It was anybody can come in and spit. Just make sure you got your hardest shit. Ari Lennox was in there singing her ass off all over, like throughout the. Yo, I appreciated that, and it's not that I don't appreciate this. It's just I don't think it ever's going to hit that high, especially the deluxe edition of Revenge of the Dreamers. That shit, I enjoyed that. This, I was like, okay. It happened. Thank you.
So do you How about anybody else from Dreamville besides Cole?
Dog, if I'm going to keep it a buck with you, like keep it a stack here, my favorite Dreamville artists, Luke, Boss, Earth Gang, Ari Lennox. That's like it. Like I purchased Goldmouth. When I heard what is it, the lead single from that shit? Hold on. Because my brain goes blank sometimes. So let me just go directly to my most recently purchased albums. I bought it as soon as I heard that shit. There it is, Goldmouth, 100. When I heard that shit for the very first time, my boy Data from Say Leaf, he put me on. No, GED, that's the name of the song. Getting Every Day. Bro, I listened to that shit. I was like, yo, this motherfucker spitting. He's spitting like hard, and he's spitting relatable shit. Lute is definitely up there for me.
Yeah.
Boss, I feel like he has a lyrical prowess that's beyond the years that he's been in the game, and he has a certain type of swag and confidence that I really appreciate about him. Earth Gang, by it, like I say this without any type of ego associated with it or anything like that. I feel like they're this generation's outcast, and I feel like because they get the stamp from Three Stacks, that just kind of validates my statement. You know what I'm saying? So how could you not like Earth Gang? And then Ari Lennox, she be singing her ass off. Like she sings and her ass runs out the room, bro. You know what I mean? Like I can appreciate those artists. The ones that I'm still trying to figure out, Kaz, Omen, who else?
Kaz is straight.
I listened to Kaz project before. The one where he's like on the album cover and it's like red. And I think he had a song with Schoolboy Q. And what I do is when I listen to new music, I have a playlist for the quarter of that year. And I break each quarter down by my favorite, the favorite tracks that I listen to the most. And then I'll compile a playlist for that year, right? Kaz was on my playlist in 2017. So it's not that he's a bad artist.
Yeah.
It's just I'm still trying to figure out where he fits into my liking. And for a lot of these artists, when I listen to them on this specific project, it lacked storytelling. It lacked substance. And a lot of it was just kind of like bragging. And the thing about it is I don't really want to listen to a motherfucker that I don't know brag. So it's like, okay, you got money. Dope. Awesome.
I get that. Yeah. That's a fair point.
How do you feel about it?
The album? I mean, the mixtape?
Yeah, the mixtape.
I rocks with it. Would I say it's better than Revenge of the Dreamers 3? No. But I actually went back and listened to this shit today, and I was just like, yeah, this one hits more.
It does.
It hits more, especially like a song like Under the Sun. Like, they even got the baby to like sound lyrical on the shit because he's on the shit with Cole and Luke, so he has to like match.
You gotta go, bro.
He has to match their powers, and he did. He did his stand on that shit. And then like you said, you got Kendrick on the hook. A lot of people didn't know that, but yeah, a lot of people thought it was Jid on the hook.
That don't even sound like Jid.
When I heard that, I'm like, that's definitely Kendrick, nigga.
Yeah.
I do fuck with Jid though. I do fuck.
Yeah.
With him.
Okay.
Well, he's hit or miss. He's hit or miss with me sometimes.
I think with Jid, he's a young dude and he's hungry. So sometimes that gets I guess lost in translation because a hungry motherfucker is going to come like every tune, and every tune don't call for that. You know what I mean? Like Jid will come out spitting on every tune, and it's like, bro, this a trap song. Why you switching the cadence like in every other bar? I don't think I need that much. You know what I mean? It's like I'm a drummer, right? And you go out to a gig and you hear somebody playing pocket, and the pocket is really nice. And then the next drummer goes up and like every other measure, he got to do like a big ass fill. It's crash. Crash. And it's like, what you playing, but what the fuck? Like, I can't even enjoy this. You know what I mean?
You're right.
That's how I feel sometimes with Jid, because he be trying to go hard on every song. And it's like, bro, you don't need to go hard on every song. Not on everyone.
No, that's real. I fuck with that. But yeah, I definitely fuck with it. I fucks with the joint. Definitely. Why'd I say it's my favorite project from this year so far? Nah.
Yeah, if we're shifting gears, I have my favorite project from this year so far. And it's a tie between Saba, Few Good Things, and Denzel Curry.
I did hear about his album.
Bro. Duh. Oh my gosh. If I could make a suggestion to anyone that's listening, Denzel Curry's latest project and Saba's latest project, Few Good Things. Listen to them both. Like, if I need to have a selling point on there, okay. Denzel Curry opens his project with Robert Glasper, and it's a transition throughout. So he's using live instrumentation and beats throughout the project, and it's sonically fucking amazing. Sonically, it's fucking amazing. Lyrically, he's up top. You know what I mean? So if I need to sell that, go listen to Denzel Curry. And then Saba, the easiest thing I can say about his project, he's closing out his project with Black Thought. Need I say more? You have Black Thought closing out your project with, all right, on a 10-minute tune. Saba gets 2 verses, Black Thought gets a 3rd, and then Saba comes back with a 4th. Few Good Things. Yeah. If I were to put my stamp on anything, it's those 2 albums for this year so far. For Q1, those are the 2 albums I listen to the most. This is good. Mm-hmm. It's good rap music. I'll listen to it. You know what I mean? I won't look at it for depth. It's more so like a seasoning catalog where it's like, hey, we're McCormick and Schmick. Would you like to try out? You know what I mean? Like, this is our JID. This is our Ari Lennox. And this is a little bit of our boss. It's like, I don't really like that much, but okay. Thank you. Thank you for the samples. And I'll look forward to a full project from any of them.
I'm trying to think what else came out this year so far.
Shit, let me go to the damn play.
Wiz dropped his joint with Big Crit and Smoke DZA.
How was that?
That shit was actually really good. That intro track was mind blowing. Hence the name of the song, Mind Blown.
When did they drop that? Was that the first quarter?
I think it dropped last week.
Oh shit! I need to listen to that.
Yeah, it dropped last week.
Wow.
Or maybe 2 weeks ago. No, I think it was last week actually.
Oh, did you hear Earl Sweatshirt joint?
He dropped a joint.
He dropped a joint and hang the fuck on. Let me see.
I didn't know he was still rapping. Damn.
Yeah, he dropped the shit on January 14th. It's called Sick with an exclamation point.
Damn. Oh yeah, I definitely gotta check that joint out.
Yeah. I would say verse of the year so far easily goes to John P's Caddy with Benny the Butcher and J. Cole.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Like, you know what I mean? Where you like pulling out your damn headphones and it's just smoke just coming out. I'm just like, fuck, god damn. Yeah.
Like he ain't had to do Benny like that.
You snapped on that man.
He ain't have to do Benny like that.
He said he gonna go to hell if Jesus asked for a feature.
Like Jermaine,
bro,
Cole,
time out.
Young Simba.
Why? Why, bro? Oh shit. Okay. Cool Kids. Do you remember the Cool Kids?
Who?
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. I might be dating myself, but they're a hip hop group from the early 2020. No, it's like mid 2000.
What was the name?
The Cool Kids.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah. So they dropped the album this year too, and it's pretty okay.
I'm trying to look back and see who else dropped the album that I actually listened to. What was the one? Of course, Snoop dropped his joint. It was alright.
You know, and I can appreciate your fairness with that. Like, because Snoop is one of your favorite artists, yeah?
Yeah, he's in my top 10.
He's in your top 10, and you can easily say this was an okay album.
Yeah.
There's so many people that cannot do that. It's like, oh, they dropped the album. I love it. Listen, and this might be a very controversial take, okay? But I'm going to say it anyway. Motherfuckers and their blind love of Kanye West. Correct yourselves, okay? I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it, okay? And if that gets me in water, so what? Okay. I'm not gonna say that the man isn't good. But what I'm saying is there are certain things that we should be critical of him for. In particular, Freestyle 4. Have you ever listened to that song?
Nah.
Freestyle 4 on Life of Pablo. Let's just talk Life of Pablo real
I
quick.
think I have. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I listened.
When Life of Pablo came out, I listened to that whole project front to back.
2016, right?
2016. Not a bad project. But
Yeah.
what I will say is motherfuckers lauded that project like it was the holy grail. And I'm like, listen, guys, I can appreciate that you're excited about the album, but let's not be a slave to the moment. Okay. He has some fucking duds on here.
Yeah.
Freestyle
He
4.
does, he does.
There's a freestyle 4. Guys, do we really want to hear this? Like, if you get a second, anybody listening, if you get a second, check it out. And then share your thoughts. So I say that to say it's good that you can still be critical of your favorite artists because there's so many people that cannot. Like, I'll even go as far to say this. What is that? That Entrepreneur song that Jay-Z and Pharrell came out with? We didn't need that.
He said, what song?
Entrepreneur. This is the song Entrepreneur that Jay-Z and Pharrell came out with. It sounds like, you know that song, what is it? By Smokey Robinson, Gangbangin'?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like that. It's like, it's terrible. It's horrible, bro. And the thing about it is you could be critical, like, we should be able to be critical of our favorite artists. I feel like that's what makes them better.
That is true. I've always said this, like, I'm completely unbiased when it comes to music.
That's good.
But that, especially, like, for example, Pac. Pac's my favorite artist of all time.
Okay.
But I can easily say that Biggie is a way better rapper than Pac.
And I can appreciate that about you. Yo, like, motherfuckers, like, they love, I feel like they love the idea of what Pac represented.
Yeah.
And I will never shit on that. But lyrically, Biggie don't even have to write his, like, everything is up top. Everything is up top. It's like he would go in the booth and be like, all right, you ready? One take.
Way better freestyle.
Bruh. How many times you go around Hennessy with Enemy? All right. How many times we gonna hear that, Pac? Just stop.
No, overall, I would say Pac's a better artist just because I feel like he covered more ground compared to Biggie.
Yeah. It begs the question, who would have lasted longer? Had they both lived, who would have lasted longer? Because as we know, the content area that Biggie was discussing was very limited. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Whereas Pac had revolutionary visions. And what I could easily see Pac doing had he had lived was innovating himself throughout his career. Like, the criticism that I always gave out was Pac didn't have to take the gangster route. He didn't have to do that. That's right. And from people that I know that knew him, because he's from the East Coast. His mom's from New York, and he was raised here in Baltimore City. He went to the School of the Arts here in Baltimore City. Let me just peel the veil back. Thugs don't go to the School of the Arts. You know what I mean? The artsy motherfuckers be going to the School of the Arts. So the criticism that I have of him is like, yo, your focus of being a thug or like a gangster, bro, that's not who you are. You should have just been yourself, and you could have paved a way for motherfuckers like you. You know what I'm saying? In the 90s, I feel like that would have been, I feel like you may have lived, because unfortunately, when you perpetrate a gangster, or when you act like a gangster, and you actually hanging around gangsters, what you think is going to happen?
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's my thing. So I still value him for the artistry that he is and for what he represents to the culture. But that will consistently be my thought process on this. Like, bro, you didn't have to be a gangster. You didn't have to be.
I feel like he would have did like mad movies though. Had he still been alive, like he would have focused more on acting more. And it's kind of funny that I compared it to that I'm comparing it to, but I feel like he would have pulled like a Will Smith after a while.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like he started rapping, then after a while he just went to movies, and then he would
I
go
mean,
from there.
I could see that. I could have seen it. I could have seen him change his message and stick with the positivity message. You get what I'm saying? Because the lore that lingers around, you know, after these artists pass on and go on, is the fact that he was trying to leave Death Row when he got murked, which is very now not to conspire here or anything like that, but it's like, huh, you wanted to leave and then you got murdered. Okay. Okay. So I think that had he had the opportunity to venture off and find himself musically, who knows what could have happened.
Right. But yeah.
Yeah.
That is life.
It is.
But nah. Anything else you want to say about the mixtape?
I think it's a good mixtape. If I were to give it to someone, how do I want to say this? If someone that never listened to Dreamville asks me what project should I listen to get a good idea of what Dreamville is about, would you suggest this project? Nah.
It would be Revenge of the Dreamers 3.
It would be Revenge of the Dreamers 3. And more specifically, if I'm being very conscious of, all right, you want to know what Dreamville is about? Listen to Forest Hills Drive. That's going to be my ease, like, because there were people. I feel like that's when Dreamville first like took off because he released that through Dreamville, right? Or was that through Rock Nation?
I want to say Dreamville.
I was going to say, I remember watching the documentary. He self-released that, like he was at his Mac and was like, "All right, there's no turning back. Look up, hey, we live. The project is available."
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was to do both. It was to do both.
Okay.
But yeah, Dreamville. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the starting point for me. If anyone ever wants to know what Dreamville is about, I would say look no further than Forest Hills Drive. And if you want a deeper dive, then we can talk about the different nuances of like their label and what they're really about. But I would, if I were to rank this among the mixtapes or among the projects from them, it's like right in the middle. It's not a bad project.
Yeah.
It's not something I lost my mind over. Like, for me, when I listened to Stick, I was hype as fuck at first. And then when they started doing too much, I was like, fuck this song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like when Jay first came in with the shit, he was ripping that shit when he first came in.
At first.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that he ever stopped ripping it. It's just there was too much happening.
Just doing too much, yeah.
There was way too much happening. It's like, well, who the fuck is the producer? You didn't hear this beforehand?
But watch it back before you get Chris rocked. When he said that shit.
Oh man. But yeah,
I was waiting for someone to make a Chris Rock line somewhere soon.
So here's a good question: did they take that shit off the project?
What?
That line, the before you get Chris rocked. No. I was listening to it today, and I didn't hear that anywhere. So I'm like, did they remove that from the project?
I gotta listen to it again.
Yeah.
What song was it
I feel like it was early on in the project. Like I remember the first time I listened to it was the day that it came out,
Yeah,
and I was surprised that they had that reference on there because the shit had just happened. I was like, damn, DJ Drama, you move quick.
right.
You know what I mean?
Uh,
But then I was listening to it today and I didn't hear it, so I'm like, maybe I wasn't listening close enough. But I feel like they took that shit off the project.
Probably. Who knows? Okay.
Yeah. But all right, man. Like any closing thoughts for you on the project?
Like, I would definitely suggest everybody listen to it. It's definitely it's a good mixtape, good album. Is it their best? No, but it's definitely a good album. Like I said, songs like what's the joint? Uh, like Starting Five, that was a good one. What's the other joint called? Ballin' in Newport was great. What was the other one? Oh, Freedom of Speech. Freedom
I
of
like
Speech was
that.
another good one.
I liked that a lot.
Heaven's EP.
I liked the message that he was putting out there. And I like artists that can be introspective, lyrically introspective, that
Right.
can have that type of vulnerability, but also make it creative. And that's something that I've always appreciated about Cola. He's a very genuine, heart on my sleeve, seemingly artist. And I think that anyone can appreciate that type of authenticity.
Facts. Speaking of Cole, so Kendrick about to drop his album soon.
Just so, just so you're aware. I'm just, man. Oh, when I seen that shit, what was it? Damo sent me that shit, and I was like, "You playing?" Because he follows Soundwave, and he sent me like the PG Lang shit, like the announcement. I was like,
Yeah.
this cap. And then Kendrick posted it. I was like, cancel all my appointments for May
Right.
13th. No one talk to me. No
Like
one need
Kendrick
me for
dropping a joint.
anything.
Logic dropping a joint.
Mm, mm,
Mm.
ugh.
And he about to have a concert. Him and Wiz Khalifa about to
With
have a
Wiz,
concert.
yes.
I'm
Just
getting
take my
tickets
money.
going on sales today.
Just take all my money.
I'm
That's
getting
it.
my tickets today.
Take all my money. Do you know if they're doing like a VIP joint?
That I don't know. I think it's gonna be a Jiffy Lube live. So
Okay. Well, bro, if they do it, let me tell you, from my few VIP joints experiences, if I ever see VIP tickets available, I always get them. And the thing about it is, them shits be worth it. You either get a meet and greet, you get priority seating, you get free drinks, all that shit. It's real adult like. It's real adult shit. It's like,
mm.
oh, excuse me, don't touch me. I have a pass. Thank you. Like I remember I went to go see the internet live, uh,
Mm.
and they like, I'll show you shit. Hold on. Is it the poster?
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So I had my little pass and everything like that. And what was it? Moonchild was opening for them, and fucking beasts. And it was like after their set, they were like, "Yeah, we'll be at the merch table. Come meet us." I was like, "Say less." So I went out, I met Moonchild and everything like that. And then as I was meeting them, I heard like the downbeat drop for the internet set. I was like,
Mm.
fuck, I got to get back. So I gave everybody a dap, hug, and everything like that. I'll see y'all next time, blah, blah, blah. And of course, now that the headliner's there, it's like the whole crowd is just packed. And we was at, what's the shit in Silver Spring? The Fillmore.
Fillmore.
Yeah. We were at the Fillmore. So I was like, I ain't about this VIP shit for nothing. So I held that little pass that you seen, and they thought I was event staff. I was like, excuse me, Hey, you see the pass? And it was like Moses parting the Red Sea. Motherfuckers just moved out the way. And then I got my way all the way back up front. I was like, great. I'll never not buy VIP again. So I say that to say, if they have VIP tickets, get them shits.
Shit. Yeah, cause they're gonna be a Jiffy Lube live. I think on August 19th.
The thing with Jiffy Lube, so have you ever been there?
Yeah. Plenty of
Okay.
times.
So like the security there be lax as shit.
Nigga, yeah.
Security there be lax to the motherfucker. Like I remember I went to go see Lauryn Hill and Nas, and I had like nosebleed seats. I bought nosebleed seats because them shits was like $15. But security was super, super duper lax. So I was just like, hey, what's that over there? What? I made it in.
Right. No, my boy, he snuck into the pit.
Hey, there it is. That's what I'm saying.
I couldn't make it. I'm like, all right, he made it. Like, we can only get one of y'all. We're going to get the skinny nigga. I'm like,
oh. Get your ass. Yeah. But all right, man, this shit was fun, man. If you have me back, I'd love to do this again.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sometime soon, somewhere down the line, we're going to do like a tournament. The top 16 hip-hop debut albums of all time. Yes. We can talk about more of it, off camera and all that, but yeah.
Reasonable Doubt.
Top 16.
Reasonable Doubt is definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna have it's gonna be like I want to have 5 of us, 5 total. And then each of us will vote for whatever album for whatever reason, blah blah blah, until we get to the finals.
I'm with it. Like a bracket.
Yeah,
I like it. All right, bro. Well, right. Thank you for having me, man.
Oh, no problem, man. Real quick, just give yourself your tag and all that. Let the people know
shit, yeah, of course. So, Spence_start on Instagram. Oh, do the whole thing. I feel great. Yeah. So at Spence_start on IG. On Twitter, you'll probably never see me on there because my handle is literally I_don't tweet a lot. So there's that. And Facebook, I feel like that's more for motherfuckers that actually know you. But if you want to do that up there anyway, Raymond Spence, find me.
No, I ain't gonna put your personal stuff up there.
No. Yeah, for that. All right, man.
Don't forget about Say Leaf.
Oh shit! Of course, of course. My mind is always up in the air with that. But yes, that's the band Say Leaf, CEST_LIEF. Stands for That's Love.
All right, and then I'm your boy AJ. You can follow me on Twitter at Hip Hop Vibes, hip_hop_vibes. Follow me on IG, A-Tone Productions, A_Tone Productions. Follow me on YouTube, Hip Hop Vibes the podcast. Follow me on Twitch. I'm doing Pokemon stuff on Twitch.
Yeah.
So follow me on Twitch, War Machine 1919, all together. And yeah, your boy Spence, I'm your boy AJ, and this is Hip Hop Vibes the podcast. Catch y'all next time.